All right. I know you guys are probably cursing me out because I've been put the intro up for this video and I've been trying to record it for forever. My apologies, my apologies, my apologies, and welcome to another Dear Deidre. Let me start off by saying I did record this video. I recorded this video yesterday, and the audio was horrible because you can hear Pookie in the background talking on the phone. I think I drank a little too much prior to the video. I usually start my drinking on the video, and I was a little too smiz. And I just think that wasn't good content to put out there for you guys. So I said, bad enough that I don't have the best microphone, I don't have the best lighting, I can't show up with the effed up audio and drunk as well. That's not fair, right? So I said, let me get it together, heal up, wheel up, bring it back, come rewind, and let me reiterate this Dear Deidre all over again. Number one on the list, if you guys see, I'm trying to get my lighting better, right? So I'm here playing with things and trying things and doing things and loving things, and I'm trying to work on that for you guys because I don't think it's fair that you should have to have such horrible lighting on top of, you know, all of the other mess that's going on. But I'm getting my YouTube life together. Alrighty, so today I'm working on my lighting. I have a mic here. I'm waiting for a piece to come to hook it up so I can be speaking on my mic and yada, yada, and yada, yada, yada. But before we go any further, make sure you guys subscribe to this YouTube channel, like, comment, share, the whole debacle so you can have all the content. Hit the notification bell so when I upload something, your behind will know. Alrighty, once again, my apologies for taking a long time to record this video. Then when I finally do record it, erasing it and re-recording it, and also just this being a whole to-do, right? It's a hard week for me, work, school, everything else. But I did not want to neglect my folks. So I said, let me get on it and do what I need to do. So let's get started with this Dear Deidre. As you guys know, the name of this Dear Deidre is I Ain't See This Coming. So I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't remember what feedback I gave in the last video because, again, I was a little, a little. So, and I didn't rewatch it. I just deleted it because when I watched the first couple of minutes of it, I heard Pookie's voice in the background. I'm like, we cannot keep this. We cannot keep this. So I said, let me re-record it and let's try all over again, right? So here we go, giving it another try. Okay. Dear Deidre, I am a 25-year-old Hunter College grad. I come from a very close-knit family, and I've done my best to make them proud. I have an aunt that I am extremely close to because we're close in age. When I was a teenager, she dated a guy for 5 years who she was really in love with. He and I didn't really have a relationship because he didn't seem too friendly, which didn't bother me too much because he wasn't my man, so I didn't care. After they broke up, my aunt relocated to ATL and is happily married with a child with a different man whom I honestly adore and look at as family. My second year at Hunter College, I was invited to one of my classmates' family's events, and there was my aunt's ex. I recognized him immediately, but it wasn't the same for him because my braces and acne are gone. I'm 30 pounds heavier in all the right places, and my 18-month post-op Brazilian butt lift got me given a real video vixen vibe. I could tell he honestly didn't know who I was and was trying to holler. Now, honestly, I always thought he was fine, but I felt like he was me when he dated my aunt. But this new him I was seeing, was different and vice versa. Anyway, the moral of the story is we started secretly dating. To be honest, I like him and it, but I was keeping it quiet because of his past relationship with my aunt. And because we're not serious, we're just dating until now. I'm pregnant. I need some advice now. Signed, I Ain't See This Coming. Alrighty then, girlfriend. Alrighty then. Take a sip. Okay. First, let's go here, right? Let's go here. It sounds like you're a beautiful and accomplished young lady, right? It sounds like you are a beautiful and accomplished young lady. You're also a beautiful and accomplished young lady that has some things going for herself, right? It sounds like, you take your schooling very seriously. It sounds like, you're very serious about being an adult and doing the things that you need to do, and so on and so forth. So let me applaud you on that, my dear. That's a beautiful thing. Congratulations on graduating from college. That's a beautiful accomplishment, and I know your family is proud, right? But my other thoughts, and also I have some questions. Right? One is, I know you said that you and your aunt are close. I know that you said she has moved to Atlanta. So are you guys still close? Let me know how's that relationship now. That's one. Two is that I want to ask, because it seems like you've been outside. You've been to college. You've had many experiences with folks outside of just your family. It seems as though you have a pretty good social life. You hang out with your college friends. You visit their family events, so on and so forth. So I'm almost sure that you encounter and engage with other folks outside your immediate family. So I want to ask, is there anyone out in that realm that would have been a little bit more eligible to date, meaning that you were attracted to them and they didn't have any past history with you? Because if I was your aunt, my first question would definitely be, so you mean to tell me, out of all of the functions you've been to in college, of all the places you've been, all the dates you went on, all the freedom that you've had living your best young adult life, the only person that you can find on this planet to date is a person that I used to date? So I would definitely have questions about that if I was your aunt, and I'm trying to have conversations with you like that because you're asking for advice. So I'm trying to give you all of the answers to have when your aunt has questions. You want to be able to have good feedback for her, and also honest feedback. So that would be my first question. I would have to ask, out of all of the places that you've been ever since you've been a teenager up until now, going through college and so on and so forth, there was not anybody else eligible enough for you to date that you didn't have a past with. And not meaning you per se having a past, but him having past history with your family as far as him dating your aunt, right? That's one thing. Another thing is, too, if there is men available or women available that you could date or you might be interested in, do you have the confidence to entertain and engage in those relationships? Because it seems like a little bit here, this person knows you to some degree, or think that they do because they remember you from the past, and it felt like you were a little comfortable with that person as well. Aside from the fact of them being mean, you kind of felt like to some degree you knew them as well. So the comfort was there to open the door for you guys to engage and entertain something other than a friendship. So my question would be, was there anybody else at the party? Did anybody else spark your interest? What is going on in your social life period that, you don't have other prospects of, or shall I say other options of folks that you are dating and looking into and trying to build something with? Because of course we all know condoms break. This definitely could have been a mistake to, for the pregnancy to happen. But opening the door to have sex should have been an indication like that something like this could happen. And I think that you had to weigh the pros and the cons of, if I open up the door to start to date this person or like this person, then I'm opening up the door to us possibly having sex. And if I'm opening up the door to us possibly having sex, and I have to think about everything that stems from sex, and pregnancy is definitely one of them. Okay? Another thing is too, and I want to say this and be very clear and firm. Babies are blessings. Babies are blessings. Babies are blessings. No matter what no matter what form or shape or circumstances they come in under, babies are blessings. Babies are blessings. Babies are blessings. And I think that if you decide to continue with this pregnancy, you will come to understand that babies are blessings, right? So we're not even debating or negating that fact. Babies are blessings. It's just the circumstances in which this baby is coming under. All right. And I want to say this, right? We in this lifetime, we're not perfect, so we don't always do right. I remember Jay-Z had a line that he said, a couple mistakes here and there. I'm not always right, but I'm always real. That's how I sleep at night. And that's something for me that stood out. That's something for me that stood out, because a lot of times in life we make choices and we feel like we're doing the right thing and we have the best intention, but they don't always manifest in that way. You know, you could hurt somebody else on the outside of your intentions and they're feeling like you meant to hurt me, you did this on purpose, what you did wasn't right, wasn't fair, you mistreated me, you didn't respect me, and all of these other things that come with people thinking that you have ill intentions towards them. When, in all fairness, A, you probably didn't have any intention towards them because you weren't considering them, or B, I didn't really want to hurt you. That wasn't my intention. What I will say is this. There will be almost 0% of a chance, if I'm thinking as a woman, of Auntie believing that this wasn't intentional. Because it would be different if it's like, okay, well, you didn't know I dated him. So by the time you came, you presented this guy to the family and said you were pregnant with him. I'm like, oh my God, him and I dated years ago. It's not like you never seen the person. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you weren't around when she dated the person. It's not like you and her didn't have a close relationship. So it's a number of factors that Auntie is gonna factor in that's gonna make her feel like you did this intentionally to hurt me. And I don't know if there is a way for you to convey that you didn't. I would have to have further conversation with you for you to make me understand that you didn't do this intentionally, because I'm going to be very honest with you and what this looks like. It looks like you did do it intentionally. And it looked like you did it under the guise of, I hope that we don't get caught, and I hope that nobody knows, and I hope that nothing happens. Right? And listen, in all fairness, you can have all the hope in the world, but you also have to do things to prevent anything from happening. Like, case in point, the moment that you decided to say, I'm going to date this person and then sleep with them, is the moment that you decided that all the hope went out the window. All the hope went out the window. All the hope went out the window, because the hope only is sustained when you haven't done anything to push it out the window. So if you have sex with the person, I can't hope that I'm not going to get pregnant, because having sex is something that could get me pregnant. You understand what I'm saying? Now, of course, you're hoping because you probably using universal precautions, which is condoms and birth control and things of that nature. I don't know, because you didn't get that deep in this letter. But what I will say is that hope will be null and void if you are engaging in the act of sex, because anything can happen. Sometimes birth control miraculously doesn't work. Sometimes condoms break. You know, things happen. You know, so a natural afterthought of sex is pregnancy, is STDs. You know what I'm saying? So it's one thing to wish on a star, but as an adult, you have to be realistic about your expectations when things happen. So I can almost guarantee that it would be almost impossible for you to be able to get your aunt to think that I didn't do this intentionally. You know, I did not set out to hurt you. You know, that's one. I would like to ask some questions surrounding your confidence and your self-esteem, right? And the only reason why I would ask that is because what I was saying earlier about you being able to almost probably go on any social scene and attract any guy, because you sound like an attractive young lady. You know, it sounds like you worked on your body and you got it together. It sounds like academically, you're very astute. You just graduated from college. I could imagine your upkeep as well. So, you know, you sound like, I could have my pick of the litter. So my question would be, if I'm confident enough to know and feel that I could have my pick of the litter, why would my pick be someone that a family member of mine used to date or have interactions or engagements with? No, that person would be off limits to me, because my confidence says that I can get somebody better than this person. And not better in the sense of looking better or treating you better in the sense that I don't have a past history with that person dating a family member of mine, so the circumstances are not the same. And this gentleman may be a very, very nice guy, and y'all may be made for each other. But the manner in which it was initiated is kind of rough for you because you are very close to your family. You said that in your letter. That was the whole purpose of you feeling any type of emotions about this situation and writing the letter, is because you're very close to your family. If you didn't care about your family, or you didn't have a relationship with your aunt, or this didn't bother you, I would never be receiving this letter. It would be like, okay, I mean, hey, she ain't with him no more, moving along. But I could see that it bothered you because you reached out and you said you need some advice. So here I am trying to provide that, okay? Part C about that, right, is I'm gonna say this. The second layer of this is you gotta stand up in your ish and you gotta own it. You have to stand up in your ish and you have to own it. So let's talk about what that looks like. Number one, let's just say that you and this gentleman do want to be a couple and you guys do want to raise a baby together, meaning you want to have the baby and y'all want to be together as a couple and a family, right? I think that no matter how anybody else may feel, no matter how other folks may view this, no matter how much opinions come across your desk, I think that you have to be an adult and stand up in the decision that you made and be confident in it. Because the one thing that I do know about confidence is it's unshakable. It is unshakable. Confidence is unshakable. And folks will envy you because you are so solid in your stance, and because they are very shaken because they don't have that confidence, right? So let's just say you go to your aunt and you say, hey, auntie, let me talk to you. Boom. This is the situation. I'm telling you my intention. If you want to get some things out to me that you feel, I understand and I respect it. And I also understand and respect how you want to navigate this moving forward to protect yourself. I can't tell you how to feel. So I get that. But whatever choice you make, I just want you to be clear that him and I are deciding to have a baby together and we are deciding to be in a relationship. Let me know how that makes you feel. Now, auntie could say a number of things. Auntie could say, girl, I dated him long ago. I'm happy with my new man now. I don't care about that. Y'all be happy. And y'all can move right along. Auntie could say, I don't appreciate what you did. I don't want to see you, him, or the baby. So I'm disconnected from the whole family. Auntie can say that. Whatever choice that auntie makes, you have to allow auntie to make that. But you have to be very, very solid, secure, and confident in your choice as well. Because if not, folks are going to shame you everywhere you go about the situation because they know that you're not confident about it as well. You know, that's a human thing. That is a human thing. That is a human thing. When folks know that they can get you to kind of come up off your high horse, they will do their best to knock you off of it because they know you're not solid up there. Up there is not steady. So I know if I shake this enough, it's going to come crumbling down. And for whatever reason, that's what folks like to see, right? I'll give you a personal example, my dear. When my boyfriend and I got serious in our relationship, he got a situation which caused him to become incarcerated. So now, this is the beginning. Everybody is looking at me like, I don't think it's a good idea for you to pursue a relationship with a man who is facing time in prison. You know, that's not a good idea. Now, again, all of these folks have their opinion about what they feel I should do. Me, I have my own opinion about my choice, and I was very confident in my choice and my decision. So when folks felt comfortable enough with sharing with me what they thought or what they felt I should or shouldn't do, I kindly allowed them the space to do so, and then I laid out what I was going to do because this is my life, this is my choice, and I'm very confident in the choice that I'm making. You know, and guess what ended up happening? Those conversations became less and less, and folks got on board and started supporting the fact that I was in this relationship and helping things get easier for me to be in it because they saw that no matter what they felt or what they thought, I was solid in the choice that I was making and nobody could not shake me or rock me. Okay, so am I saying you're making a right choice by being with your aunt's ex or having a baby with him? I cannot make that decision for you. What I will say is whatever choice that you are making, my dear, you need to be solid in your stance and very firm. Because the moment that family and friends and everybody who might get on the bandwagon with auntie because they may feel like you are wrong, try to come and shake you down off your high horse, you have to remember to stand firm on it because you're making the best decision for you. But the only way that you can be confident in that is if you do feel like you're making the best decision for you. So you and him need to really sit down and have some conversation. But prior to you and him talking, you need to have some real talk with yourself. You need to have some real talk with yourself. You need to have some real talk with yourself about what transpired, how it transpired, what is the result of the incident that transpired, what you're going to do about that result, and how comfortable and happy you are with the decision that you make. Okay? So you can't say, I don't want a baby, but I let him tell me that I needed a baby, or I couldn't get rid of a baby, or whatever he may say to negate that. And now you're stuck in a situation that you are not happy with. And again, I don't want to say I'm taking away any father's rights or any father's votes in a situation. I'm not saying that, but I'm also not talking to the father. I'm also not talking to the father. So I cannot give him any I cannot give feedback to him about his situation. I can only speak to this young lady about hers. And right now I'm speaking to you about what's going to make you happy and confident and what's going to be best and beneficial for you. Now, if you say that you have to consider dad and what's going to make you happy as well, I'm all for that. Again, I'm just not having this conversation with a couple. I'm speaking to you. So like I said, what's going to make you happy? What's going to make you happy? Because whatever's going to make you happy, you're going to be confident in. But if it does not make you happy, you're going to always be shakeable. And folks are going to be able to sense that. And every time they feel like they can kind of nudge you off your high horse, that's exactly what they're going to do. That's human nature. People are going to pass judgment about this situation. People are not going to be happy about it. People are going to be disappointed. Other folks are going to be ecstatic and elated for you. Some folks are going to feel like, hey, it's water under the bridge. Keep it moving. You're going to get a lot of opinions about this. You have a very close family. That's the one thing I can say, because I come from a close family. They will pass judgment on your choices and your decisions because y'all are that close. And when they do, it's okay. It's okay to get feedbacks from folks that you love. But at the end of the day, we are all our own people and we have to make our own decisions because we are all going down in the dirt together. Even if we die together, we are all going, not together, separately. We are all going down in the dirt independently, even if we die together. So before you get in the dirt, you want to live a life that fulfills you and makes you happy. You have to figure out what makes you happy. So in this situation, my dear, we were in a healing heart session. That would be what I would be asking you at the close of our first session. Go home and figure out what makes you happy. In this situation, what choice can you make that you can honestly stand on no matter who is against it, family included? And whatever choice that is, that's the choice that you make. And if it makes other folks uncomfortable and unhappy, that's something that you have to deal with or not. Or not. But at the end of the day, my dear, you are the only one that you are obligated to make happy. You and your baby, if that's a decision that you make. Okay, so I hope I was able to provide some introspect into this because, you know, this is rough. This is rough. This is rough, especially because you and your aunt are very close. And I think, aside from the fact that it's her ex and all of that, I think it's even more hurtful to people when you're close with somebody and you know they've been keeping a secret from you. And then you also are hurt because the length of the time they've been keeping a secret. And then you're also hurt when the secret that they've been keeping could possibly hurt you. You know, when you have a relationship with a person, you don't want them to do anything that can hurt you. Sometimes we fall short. Sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes things just happen. Sometimes we are an intricate part of the things that just happen. Okay? So you have to be very genuine in the choices that you made. You have to be genuine with your aunt. You have to be open to receiving whatever feedback she has because this affects her as well or not, you know, and you have to be genuine on what you do moving forward. Okay, so I hope I was able to provide, some genuine advice here. I hope I was able to help in any way. I hope you return and let me know the outcome. I hope God's will you invite me to the baby shower. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But what I will say is, whether you decide to move forward or not, congratulations on being able to conceive. Babies are blessings to any and every one that is able to do so. I can't wait till I have my little Callie McBally, because I already manifested her in a year. I'm not going to tell y'all. But in any event, also, make sure you guys go make sure you guys go subscribe, like, share, comment to my YouTube channel. Share with everybody that you may know. If you see anything here that benefits folks, please make sure to share it with them so we can all get a laugh and a cackle, and also get some real feedback about healing. Stay tuned. You are looking at a future licensed clinical social worker. I'm excited about my journey. I'm in school, so you'll get to hear things about that. I promise to keep them coming. I'm going to go live on my unpopular opinion because, Kanye's running amok. I want to watch the Candace Owens Black Lives Matter documentary. I want to get into some things before I go live. I want to talk about Princess and Ray J, because y'all know I love Pricky, but I got to heal her heart because she played herself surrounding this Ray J last announcement on Love and Hip Hop. So these are things I'm going to get into next week when I put out my unpopular opinion. But like I said, I love you guys. I thank you for always tuning in. Continue to spread the word about my YouTube channel, because I promise you it's going to be big. I'm going to be big, and healing is going to be known around the world as long as I can continue to do so. Thank you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Love you all. Check out my Snapchat. Same name from everywhere on Snapchat. I'm Born Bossy on Instagram. I'm Operation Hill 100 Hearts on Instagram. And I'm Born Bossy with 4 Ys on Snapchat. Check me out. You hear me Snapchat. I'm tripping. I don't even Snapchat. I'm on TikTok. I have a Snap, but I meant to say on TikTok, I'm BORN_BOSSYYYY on TikTok. So check me out there. I'm ticking and talking. I'm also going to do a poem because I used to write, so I still have some poems in the cut that I want to share, because one of them is very motivational. I'm also going to write one for the Black ladies. I have one I've been thinking about. I want to add Nia Long, Regina King, Ashanti, a few people, my sister Shamika. So stay tuned. Like I said, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.